documents. They need not be the same as those stated in the credit or in any other stipulated document, but must be within the same countries as the respective address mentioned in the credit. So
Okay.
I think they are in the same country, so it's applied.
Okay. So thank you very much. What about the 25?
I have a same answer with
Okay.
54.
Okay. 21? 21?
The same answer with her also.
Okay, thank you. So it is very clear that UCP 600 sub-article 14, Article 14, sub-article J state that doesn't need to have the same address, but within the same country. So look at the address here. You can see that London and Manchester United. Manchester. I just said about the name of football match. Manchester United. Okay, London and Manchester. They are belong to UK. Easy for us. But remember, sometimes when you look at the address of issuer, sometimes they use their language, their own language. I mean that domestic language or local language to present, to demonstrate the address. For example, now look at this one. For example, they use this one. Moment, one minute. Use this one. Okay, for example, they use okay, look at this one. Okay, I just sent it to you. München. They didn't say that Munich, München. That's why we need to check from Google that where is München. München is Munich in English. München is a very big province of Germany. So when we see München, and another word is Köln. Okay. So we actually it is not easy for us to know where are they. So in that case, you need to change. And if they are the same country, so we can state that the documents comply with the DLC because it is clearly stated in Article 14J. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, move to the next one. Next one, we see the focus on the telephone number and fax number. Telephone number and fax number. In this case, you see the difference, okay? The difference, especially the N number. But doesn't matter, no problems, because look at this one. Two numbers here, plus 44, and here is same, plus 44. 44 state UK. So in this case, same. But if in the field 59, you see 44, and in the invoice 49, for example, 49, for example, 49 is Germany. So in that case, the invoice does not comply with DLC. Okay, so remember, same country will be okay. Now we move to the next one. look at the information of documents and LC on the slide. On the slide. On the slide, we have field 50. Field 50. Field 50 is a compulsory field of the LC. LC or commercial LC are the same. Remember, LC and commercial LC are the same. Thư tín dụng hoặc thư tín dụng thương mại, same. In the field 50, we have information of applicant, and also we have information of 46A. Okay, 46A, documents required. Documents required. Here we have some information from field 46A. You also know that 46A is an optional field, but it seems very important to appear in the LC. I mean that 99.99% that we have this field in the LC. Okay, so now look at this one. Full set. The first key was full set. The second is clean. Next one, on board. Next, ocean bill of lading. Consigned to the applicant. In Vietnamese, chọn bộ vật đơn sạch đã xếp hàng lên tàu. Clean in this case is sạch, but not trơn. Before we study clean BE, clean bill of exchange, in Vietnamese, hối phiếu trơn. We studied clean collection. In Vietnamese, nhờ thu trơn. Today, we know the new meaning of clean when we use clean with bill of lading. Clean bill of lading means vật đơn sạch, but not vật đơn trơn. Remember, chọn bộ vật đơn sạch on board đã xếp hàng lên tàu. Và đây là ocean bill of lading, vật đơn đường biển. Chỉ ra consigned to the applicant, chỉ ra người nhận hàng là applicant. This is the information of this field. Chọn bộ vật đơn sạch vật đơn đường biển sạch đã xếp hàng lên tàu và chỉ ra người nhận hàng là applicant. Because of this information or because of this requirement, look at these documents. Bill of lading. This one is bill of lading. And now look at this one, consignee. Consignee in Vietnamese, người nhận hàng. Because LC calls for BL consigns to the applicant, it means the name and address of applicants must appear in this box. Okay, so now listen to my question. Compare, please compare the information of the box of consignee's box with the information of field 50. Compare the information in the box of consignee on the bill of lading with the contents of field number 50. number 50. Okay? Answer the question. They are same or different?
ก็แปลว่าอะไร
Same or different? Same or different?
Yeah, same.
Same. Okay. So, sorry, I didn't see Minh Phạm. Minh Phạm, who are they? Just you?
Yeah.
Girl?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, because of no number, without number, not easy for me to follow. Minh Phạm, can you change your name, please? With the numbers and then your name. Start with the number first and then your name, okay? 33, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now. Because the information of consignee is the same with the information of field 50, so no problem for us to discuss. But now I changed a little bit. Now look at the consignee. What happened? If I, now listen to me please. What happened if I delete, look at this one, upper bay. If I delete upper bay, I mean that I keep all except upper bay. Okay, answer the question. If I delete upper bay, the question here is, does BL comply with the LC? Comply or not? Doesn't comply or comply? Does not or comply? Answer the question, please. Okay, on the slide, I see number 33. Are you sure 33? You still want to answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Keep your hands, please, or don't lower hand before I invite you. Okay? Sorry, number 33. Go on, please.
if you delete the upper bay, I think this BL is not comply with the LC.
Doesn't comply?
Yes.
Okay. 55, please. 54, please.
I have the same answer with her.
25.
I have the same answer too.
16.
I have the same answer.
Okay, so last one, 48.
I have the same answer.
Okay, why you have the same answer with all of them? Based on article, which article you based? 48. You feel that the BL that comply, or you answer the question according to UCP? If you say that yes, I base on the content of UCP, please indicate the number of article. 48, can you hear me? Okay, 54, can you explain? 54, please. Hello?
Chief.
Hello? 16, please.
According to Article 14, Article J, the address and contact details of the applicant appears as a part of the consignee or notified party, details on a transport document subject to Articles 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, or 25 must be as stated in the credit.
Okay, thank you. So answer the question, please. You from this information of Article 14J, please clarify clearly that how many boxes that the information of applicants must be the same with the LC. Consignee box and
Notified party.
yes, notified party. So box of consignee and box of notified party. Remember, two information to how to say the information of consignee and the information of notified party must be same with that state in the LC. I mean the same here means that 100%. Okay, so it is Article 40J. Okay, so what about the meaning of clean ocean bin of lading? What is meaning of clean ocean bin of lading? Thế nào là một vận đơn sạch? Thế nào là một vận đơn sạch? Uh, 33, please. What is
Em không nhớ rõ lắm nhưng mà em nhớ là cô đã dạy hợp vận đơn sạch là không có, nghĩa là người vận chuyển kiểm hàng không có lỗi gì ạ, không ghi gì về.
Okay. 24, please.
I have the same document, which means that a clean bill of lading notifies that there was no damage or problems with the goods during the shipment time.
Mm-hmm. Number 49, can you indicate the documents and the article? Who know that?
Me?
Yes, 49 and 49.
I just raise hands for answer the how is clean BE. Me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 49, please.
Indicate.
49, please. 49.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you know the documents and the article, the number of article to definite clean bin of lading?
Let me see.
I think that it is not in UCP, but it's I remember in ISPB, but I don't remember exactly the article.
27.
Pardon?
Yeah.
27?
No.
Okay.
27.
UCP? UCP 600? Okay, good.
UCP.
Good. Yes, very good. Yeah, clean bill of lading. Please read the article 27 at home. Yeah, you have time to read carefully. Article 27, UCP 600, Article 27, clean transport documents. Transport documents includes bill of lading, airway bill, railway bill, roadway bill. Okay. Now, next one. Look at the field 46. They ask for ocean bin of lading in Vietnamese, vận đơn đường biển. But in this BL, we don't see that word. We don't see that the word of ocean or maritime or sea No, we cannot. There is no word of ocean, but the BL is okay because look at this one, port to port shipment, chuyên chở từ cảng tới cảng. Port to port shipments let us to be understood that ocean bin of lading. So the name of BL doesn't matter, but we need to see that the nature of shipment. If they ship the goods from port to port, it means that ocean bin of lading. Okay. So now move to the next one, the next article. The article 18 is about invoice. Article 18. Look at the questions on the slide and please use article 18. Answer the question number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 4, okay? So 4 questions. Keep your hands, please. 4T, please.
With the question number 1, in the article 18, sub-article 8, and the 4 lines in the articles, it says that the commercial invoice need not to be signed. So in this question 1, is optional for a commercial invoice to be signed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
Yes,
Question, 21, please. 21, please. Listen to my question. Suppose that you, importer, you need to have commercial invoice with signature. I mean that signed invoice, signed commercial invoice. Hóa đơn được ký. So, DLC subject to UCP 600, and you really need to have a signed ED, commercial invoice.
Is it
How do we do with this? You need, I am the exporter. You want me to present you a commercial invoice with signature, my signature. So how can you solve this? Is you?
I think it should be written clearly in the LC.
In which field?
For the, I'm sorry, I cannot remember. The field of documents required.
46. Document required. You mean? Documents required? Yes or no?
46? What the hell?
Number 54, please.
I think it is the field of 47A additional condition.
47A, but not 46A, or either. 24, please.
I think it's on 47A. Number 1 is about the invoice.
So number 1 just is from my example. It doesn't need, in order that, I mean that LC is any agreement. And then in the field 46A, you can use number 1 for invoice, or maybe number 3 for invoice. Do you understand my meaning?
Okay, I'm mistaken.
Okay, yes, okay, so now my question, if you want to have a signed ED, signed commercial invoice, you have 2 ways to require. First one, in the field 46A, documents required. You say you state signed commercial invoice. Signed ED, SIGNED, commercial invoice. Okay, so in that case, the beneficiary has to present commercial invoice with signature. In case without signatures, the invoice is non-CP. Do you understand my meaning? If you call for signed commercial invoice, but the exporter beneficiary presents invoice without signatures, is that acceptable or not?
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable because doesn't comply with the LC. Okay. The second way is you use the field 47A. Field 47A. For example, you say all documents must be signed. For example, except ABC, if you doesn't need to have a signature on certificate of quality, so you say except certificate of quality or certificate of quantity. Is it clear? Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? Yes or no? Say it to me, please. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, move to the question number 2, please. Now, I give you an example. It make it clearly. LC amount is USD 100,00. Okay. Invoice presented first case is USD 120,000. The first case. The second case is USD 80,000. Okay, look it again. LC amount is 100,000 US dollars. Invoice presented as below. First, USD 120,000. The second case is 80,000 US dollars. Okay, LC subject to UCP 600. Please answer the question. Okay, please answer the question. Number 54, please.
I think according to Article 18, sub-article B, the issuing bank may accept a commercial bond issue for an amount in excess of the amount permitted by the credit.
Okay, so you mean that for the first case, will be okay?
Yes.
Okay, 20 number 1, please.
Yes.
What about number?
I agree.
What about the
Yes.
second case, 80,000?
I think it is accepted because
So you mean that 2 cases will be accepted?
yes.
Okay, 20. I didn't. I will this conclude later. 25, please.
I think 2K is accepted.
Same answer.
Yes.
Okay, 43, please.
I think the second case is not accepted.
Not accepted.
Yes.
Okay. 46.
Well, I think the first case can be accepted. The B is not. The A can be accepted only when the bank has not honored or negotiated for an amount in excess of that permitted by the credit.
It is the first case.
Yeah, that's
What about the
that's
second case?
all. About the second case, I think it cannot be accepted.
Monitor 31, please.
I think the first case is accepted because it exceeds the amount of the permitted by the credit. According to Article 18, Subarticle B.
What about second case? 80,000.
Is not accepted.
Why?
Because
it's not stated in the LC, in the UCP, right?
Yes.
Okay, 23, please.
I have the same answer with Vĩnh Long because according to the Article 18, Sub-Article B, the amount of money is not excess than the permitted by the credit.
Okay, so now, what about the conclusion? What about the final answer? Now, first case, it's very clear that, okay, acceptable. No problem, because it's very clear in the UCP. But the second case, UCP doesn't mention about the second case. The number smaller than the amount of LC. They didn't mention about this one. But it doesn't mean it is acceptable. Why I said that? When UCP doesn't mention about the issue, we need to think about that. Okay, so now, in order to make it clear, I am going to give you more information for the second case. For the second case, I divide into two different cases. Case A is look at the LC. Because last time you studied about the fields of the LC, there are many, many different fields in the LC. Okay, so for example, look at the content of the LC. We see the information of field, I remember 33P. 33P is a partial shipment. Partial shipment allowed. No, not allowed first. Not allowed. Okay. The second case is B. Is a partial shipment not allowed. Allowed, sorry. Okay. Again, please. Case A. Partial shipment not allowed. B. Partial shipment allowed. Okay. 24, please.
In the first case, when a partial shipment is not allowed, so 80,000 is not acceptable because it's not
acceptable. Not acceptable.
Yeah, but in case 2, when it is allowed, the 8,000 could be acceptable because it could be another once more time for them to pay. I think.
Okay. I am going to give you 10 marks, but you need to answer some question more. Okay, so now you said for the case A, partial shipment not allowed. So 80,000 not acceptable, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I give you information. What do you think if for the case A, we have information that tolerance amount is 5%, 10%, 20%, 25%. What do you think?
So the tolerance means that the acceptable
tolerance means that more or less. Yes, more or less.
Cộng trừ được rồi.
Okay. Sorry. I need to say that plus and minus 5%, plus minus 10%, or more or less 10%. Okay. Sorry. More or less or plus and minus. Dùng sai số tiền. What do you think about this case?
So in the LC it is 100,000. So 5% of it is 5,000. So 80,000 is not acceptable because it's about 20,000.
Okay. 10%?
10% still, it's 10,000 still not acceptable.
20?
But when it's 20, it's acceptable.
25?
I'm not sure. It could be 25. It's obviously acceptable.
Okay. So, okay. Please conclude. Because we need to. You said that for case A, acceptable. But now I give you more information. And then you say that 5%, 10% will be not acceptable, right? Okay, what about the final conclusion? 24, please.
When the amount is different from the amount from LC, it should be in the tolerance amount. Or if it is more or less than that amount, it will be not acceptable.
So there is a tolerance amount, and the percentage is?
It's stated in the maybe the additional field.
Okay, so now 21, please. What about the conclusion? After I gave you information of tolerance amount. Hopefully, after giving the information, you understand when it is acceptable or when it's not acceptable.
It is 21.
21. 24. Can you okay, turn off. Okay, 21, please.
So, when the commercial invoice amount is 80,000, it would be accepted if partial shipment are allowed or the tolerance amount is more than 20%.
43, please.
I think the conclusion is about when the difference between LC amount and invoice is smaller than the tolerant amounts, it will be accepted in the case it's partial shipment is allowed.
Teacher, it's on
Yes.
Article 30 UTP.
Pardon?
On Article 30, it is stated that.
No, it is a difference. It is different. I will explain later about and appropriately, right? Later. Now I give you information. Imagine that you You don't read all article of DLC. And now I give you information that there is a tolerance amount in DLC. 5%, 10%, 20%, 25%. I totally agree with Mr. 4024 that 5% is not acceptable. 10% is not acceptable. In this case, 80,000 US dollars comply with 20% and 25%. Okay, so my conclusion is, in case a partial shipment not allowed, 80,000 still will be okay if there is tolerance amount. The minimum tolerance amount is minimum or maximum? Minimum is 20%. Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay. So don't be hurried. Before you state comply or not comply, you need to see all articles of DLC. All articles of DLC. Okay, what about the case B? Partial shipment allowed. Partial shipment allowed. So 80,000 will be okay? We cannot say. No, we cannot say. Will be okay if DLC does not call for amount of each shipment. For example, case B. For example, case B, tolerance amount, partial shipment allowed, but DLC states first shipment is 90% of DLC. What do you think about this one? 24, please. 24, please.
The first shipment when it's 90%, which is 90,000, so it will not be acceptable because 80,000 is not enough of this amount.
Okay, well, 21. If the LC calls for first shipment is not 80%. 80%.
I think it's
okay or not okay?
It's okay.
Okay, next one. First shipment is 70%. What do you think?
I think it is accepted because...
Accepted or not accepted?
Accepted.
Okay, who is speaking? 21?
Yes.
Okay, 24, please. If the LC calls for partial shipment, 70%.
70% for the first time, it is acceptable because it's 80,000.
The amount is 80,000 US dollar. LC calls for first time, first shipment is 70. Okay, 40, please.
I think it will depend on the tolerance amount.
Very good. If there is no tolerance amount, what do you think about 70%?
If there's no tolerance amount, then I think 70% is not allowed. Is not acceptable.
Okay, good. 33.
I have the same answer with 40.
Okay. So by giving the answer of this question, I gave number 40 twice. Is that clear for you?
Yes.
40? Okay. Okay. So now hopefully after giving you a lot of different examples, you understand clearly. Not easy for us to state the comply presentation or not if you just focus on one or two fields. Okay, thank you. And now we move to the question number 3. Question number 3. 24, 21, can you lower hand, please? I know that you are already to answer the question, but I think that I give a chance for students below. Moment. 40, please. So, sorry, 50, please. 50, yes. It is the first time for today.
I have raised my hands about 4 or 5 times.
Did you answer or you just raise your hands?
I answered.
Sorry, it is the 3rd time or 4th time?
This is the fourth time.
Okay. Go on.
So my answer is, it is necessary to issue a commercial invoice made out in the same currency as the credit, according to Article 18, subarticle A3. Yes.
Okay. So you mean that have to be the same, right?
It should be the same.
Okay, 48.
Currency need to be the same according to Article 18, subarticle A.
Okay. So same, right? Okay, now I have a question for you all. 54. You listen to my question and then answer my question. Now, in the invoice, remember you have an oral exam for the final exam. So I will ask you, not only me, I and one teacher. I mean that have 2 supervisors, 2 examiners. Give you question and then you answer the question. Based on your answer, we have some additional questions and to determine the quality of the answer. So try to listen, focus on my question. Now I give you, okay, in the LC, sorry, in the invoice, we have information that amount is EUR 85, just example, 85,000 and equivalent to US dollars 100,00. It is the first case. Okay. The second case is amount US dollar 100,000 and then equivalent to euro. Okay, look at two different cases again. 54, can you answer the question? Which one will be acceptable? The LC is US dollars, 100,000. E stands for equivalent, tương đương với, equivalent to, tương đương với. Which one will be acceptable? Or neither, or either?
I think the second one is acceptable.
What about the first?
The first one is not acceptable because I think it depends on the exchange rate. So the exchange rate is can change. So I think it's depending on the time.
Okay, so if you said that, what do you think? If I add the exchange rate here, for example, US 1 euro equivalent to 1,1 US dollars, is that with me okay?
I think it's not.
If not, so you should not say. You should not say because you don't know about exchange rate, right? Okay, so now final conclusion is if LC calls for 1,000 US dollars, the amount of invoice is US dollars too. After that, you can denote in any currency. But for the first case, euro 85,000 and then equivalent to 100,000 US dollars is prohibited, không được phép, cấm. Okay, the last question. Last question. Last question, please. Last question. Date of issuance on invoice have to comply with the LC, the Article 14. I think that for this one, we don't need to discuss because we studied before Article 14I. So we can pass. Now move to the next. Article 28. Article 28. Based on EUCP, Article 28, please before you match the documents, I mean the means of lending and insurance policy, I need to explain a little bit. On the left side, we have information of means of lending, but đơn đường biển. On the right side, insurance policy, bảo hiểm đơn, chứng từ bảo hiểm. This type of insurance is policy, bảo hiểm đơn. Okay, now look at on the left side, BL1, ID. ID stands for issuing date. Issuing date. Then BL3, W/O stands for without. Without. On the right side, we have IP1 stands for insurance policy 1. Without, WO, without. Okay, so now match the appropriate insurance policies with the BLs. Based on Article 28, I give you 2 minutes to think about the answer and explain why you said BL1. For example, you said BL1 or IP1 comply with BL2. Why? The reason. Okay, 2 minutes.